All right, welcome, Mushin Warriors, to another episode of Mushin Mental Academy, where our purpose is to provide you with tools for engagements and presence. Today's episode is centered all around a pattern or code that I've been playing with for life and engaging in primary. So let's jump right into it. This particular pattern starts first with internal reflection and playing around with different feelings. So if you enjoy doing that already and you see the benefits of that in your life, then we can start getting into this particular pattern, or even if you're willing to engage in that, right? So for self-reflection and seeing what situations make us happy, which ones don't make us as happy, or what situations make us comfortable, or when we feel like we didn't necessarily engage the way we wish we had through this self-reflective process, we learn lessons, and we see these things that speak to us internally that say, hey, you know what? Maybe next time, take a moment to process instead of, acting out of it. Or, you know what? Hey, I don't need to let this person push me that far. It's okay to be me and I can stand up for myself. Anyway, like whatever lesson it is that you choose for yourself or that you've learned for yourself, you can utilize this particular pattern, or I like to use this pattern um, to find magic. Honestly, that's just the direct truth. I find that by engaging in this particular pattern of activities through this cycle, at the end of the cycle, I find that I'm in harmony with the universe and life is like incredible. It's like synchronistic situations are happening all around and it is just beautiful. So I'm going to jump right in and tell you what I do. So once I've learned a lesson from this reflective process, I I like to sit with it for a moment and just have faith in the lesson that I learned. Okay. So what do I mean by faith? To me, faith is believing what you learned after you learned it. That's it. When you're in a situation or in an environment that isn't necessarily the one that showed you originally the lesson, faith is being able to know with certainty and believe what you once saw and felt extremely clearly. So, faith is the first step for me once I've learned a lesson. It's developing that faith in the lesson itself. Once I've sat with that a little bit and established a relationship with it, the next situation that occurs is choice. For me, I'm now you know, confronted with, or I now encounter situations that are very similar to the lesson or exhibit, a perfect, you know, way for me to, actually a perfect way for me to exhibit the lesson that I just learned. Those situations occur more and more often. And so the next situation after faith is choice. It's being in those moments and saying, okay, I know that I learned this lesson. I believe in what I learned. Now I have the choice to continue acting the exact same way I've always acted, or I could do something different and see if maybe that changes and maybe I grow from, it, you know? So I find that choice continues to happen. The next step in this pattern, or in this particular code for me, is discipline. Discipline to continue making the same choices based on the faith from the lessons that we've learned, that completes the cycle. This discipline, this ability to consistently exhibit the behaviors that we want to see in ourselves and that resonate with the lessons that we've learned and of what we want to see in the universe. That's it. Now, once I've completed the cycle, I find myself in a state of magic. It's like bliss all around. You know what I mean? I mean, obviously, it's life. Like things are still going to occur in between here and there, but I find that synchronistic events occur frequently. It seems like I run into like old friends that I haven't seen in years, and they happen to enter my life for a very specific reason, or I happen to be at the right place at the right time all based on this like bigger picture. It's almost like a built-in reward that life has for just paying attention and learning and deciding to live, you know? Yeah. So anyway, that's a pattern I've been playing with. I hope that it brings you a little bit of value. I know that it does for me. I appreciate you as always. I will see you next time.